Hello, everybody. You are listening to the Startup Secrets for Entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Shelby Olischlager. My mission here is to help entrepreneurs make a difference and navigate the messy world of startup or relaunch. Join me today where we dig deep with our guests to get you the best concepts and strategies to fast track your business. Today, you're going to have to tell me how to say your name because I really don't want to butcher it, but please give yourself an introduction and tell us a little bit about your business.
My name is Antoinette Logan. I am the founder and owner of the A.I.M agency. We're a creative agency that focuses on brand development and lead generation strategies. We take our clients from idea to brand to business, business to elevation and profits, meeting them where they are to help them achieve their next level of business goals.
Wow. That is quite the intro. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got into this line of work?
Yes. So years ago, prior to even thinking about a job when I was still a child, my mother worked in sales and marketing for L'Oreal, Soft St. Johnson, L'Oreal products. Carson products, I mean. And at that time, she would hire us to do like the end caps and the live remotes with the radio stations and all that good stuff. And I would say that was probably the bug that got it all started because it was fun as a kid. It wasn't about the money because it wasn't like we were making a ton of money anyway, but it definitely was fun learning those things. And even though you didn't know that it was branding, I think that because you were being told exactly what to do, and as you grew learning more about brands, whether it's the clothes you like or things like that, it just kind of started to form a skill that I didn't even know I possessed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's really where it started.
And so right now, what exactly, you said your business, like what exactly are you doing within that?
Well, it depends on the client themselves because not every client is going to need a logo or a website or a brand mission statement, tagline, slogan, and things of that nature. So we start off with consultation so that we can have an understanding of where they are, what's working in their business, what's not working, hear in their own words what they think their problem is. Because I have learned that a lot of times we get clients that come to us thinking that they have this problem, but then after we talk, it's like, no, that's not your problem. This is your actual problem. So that's how we start off, and we work from there. We can help in a number of ways, from just branding the business in its entirety on the visual side, to helping with the copy and the messaging that you use, to helping with getting your media out there from billboards, radio, interviews, PR things. It's a ton of different things that come into it. It just really starts with that consultation to figure out what they really need.
Yeah. And it says that you were doing freelance entertainment blogging and stuff like that. Do you find that really helped you with this, like the transition from, let's say, copywriting?
Absolutely. I'm an author. I've worked as a newspaper staff writer and other inclusion for magazine articles and things like that. But I would say I was writing prior to being an actual blogger. I started writing poetry in like preschool. So I've always been a writer, songwriter, things of that nature. But I definitely would say the things that I did in the entertainment industry did prepare me for everything that I'm doing today.
Can you give us some examples of those things that you think really have related from your entertainment experience to this?
Absolutely. So as a singer and a rapper, you'll see these entertainers with brands on, whether it's Gucci or whatever brand they're wearing. Well, not always is it something that they had to purchase or buy. And for me, I was getting opportunities from local brands to wear their clothes. And like I had clothes to wear like every day, even when I wasn't doing music. I was wearing these brands to the grocery store. When I'm chilling at home and I'm on Facebook Live and I'm not doing anything business related, I'm rocking this brand. So it literally became a part of my lifestyle. And not only did they provide me clothing, but they also put my brand, my name on the clothes. So it was like the awesome collaboration. And from there, I got these same opportunities with other brands and businesses. And doing that, you learn like, oh, I'm rocking such and such brand. I can't act this way, or I can't say this, or I can't do this, because it's not just a reflection of me, it's also a reflection of this brand. So there's a lot of things that common sense wise made sense to me. Like, I have to move a certain way, and the more I did it personally for myself as an entertainer, I eventually got into doing it with corporate companies like Kenneth Cole and Google and just a bunch of different brands. And that definitely gave me that experience to help with today.
That's awesome. I love that. So when you're working with these companies now, what are kind of the things that you really need to help them with, or is there any common things that you really want to establish with them while you're working with them?
Well, it depends on the company, but if they are an established brand, most companies like that aren't coming for branding, like helping with a website, logo, and things of that nature. Most of the times it would be something that's event related, something that's particular to a campaign, particular product, or a particular messaging that they're looking to get across to their audience. What was the other question?
Oh, just like, yeah, kind of that, like the things that you really have to help them with, basically. If they're listening,
Yeah.
what would help them?
Yeah, so those are the type of things, more like events and things like that. New brands that are not as big as like your Kenneth Cole or Google, whatever, we can help them in a number of ways, because a lot of times those brands are looking for leads, sale conversions, new marketing strategies, maybe to build their following, maybe new ways of creating attractive content, social media help. It's a ton of different things. It just really depends, because like sometimes when you think that you have a problem in your business, you may be thinking, "Oh, I'm not posting consistently." Well, a person like me or one of my agents take a look at everything that you have. We might not say it's the time that you post or how often you post. We might say it's the actual post that you're making, the actual content. It doesn't
Right.
look good. It's not attractive to your target audience. The colors you're using won't get the people that need to see you to pay attention. The messaging may not be clear. It's different things. So it just really depends on the individual and where they are.
Right. So how, like, I'm so curious how you got into this and how you've been able to grow your clientele to have some pretty good, like you're working with some really good brands. So how has that been for your business to grow to that level?
Well, I started with my resume that I built up before I had a company, first off, and those relationships are still great relationships. Then it went to having well, when I first started my agency, the very first thing I did after it being a legal company was reach out to my immediate network. So I was posting on my personal social media pages to people that are already in my network. Those people are pretty elite. A lot of them were anyway, and they had a lot of connections with different people that were in different places. So 7 days after being a legal company, I was working with a big brand. 3 weeks after that call, I was producing my first event for that company. The very next day from that event, my phone was ringing off the hook with so many people wanting to become clients that I couldn't even take them all because I didn't have the manpower at that time.
Mhm.
So after I started to restructure and I pick and chose who I wanted to work with, that's when what happened after that? That's when I started to partner and collaborate. And then I started offering free consultations. My free consultations would be 30 minutes only. They were done blindly, which means that I didn't ask for your website, anything about you. It's up to you to call me at the time of the consultation. And when we get on the phone, I know nothing about you. And if you can walk away with proven results that you can actually use and say, this worked within talking to me less than 30 minutes, you were a happy camper. And I got testimonials, and it was a certain type of testimonial that I took from these free consultations. And those were the things, the free consultation and the testimonial were the main two things that helped my company grow to what it is today.
Wow. So when you did these testimonials, were these people, did they want to sign up after with you after the 30 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not every last one of them, but
Yeah.
most, yes.
Yeah. I can.
Because what I will say is this. In the beginning phases, it wasn't about them converting over to being a client at that point. My goal was to get the consultation done and the testimonial, because I knew that once I get these testimonials will work for me years later. So it wasn't about converting them over. It was about providing as much value as I could in
Mhm.
that 30 minutes of not knowing much about you. Because if I can give you help without seeing your website, if I can talk to you in 5 minutes and start telling you things that is happening in your business and you haven't told me yet, I'm proving to you already that I know my business and I know what I'm doing and talking about. So I know that you're going to come back to me, even if it's not immediately right now. And because I provided so much value in those free consultations, most of the time they didn't need to become a client right away because I already gave them what they would have been paying for, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
totally. And
now
I,
that I'm,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
on. No, go on.
I was just going to say that now that I am more established with this particular brand name, now that the A.I.M agency has a name, I don't have to provide as much value in a free consultation, because now I can give you enough for you to pay for the service. I did it the other way starting off to make sure that I would get the
Mhm.
testimonials that I needed. Because sometimes people can leave you a testimonial like, hey, I talked to A.I.M, they were great. If you've seen that testimonial, is that going to make you do business with me?
Mm, maybe.
Be honest.
Pardon?
I said, if you've seen a testimonial from someone that
Hmm.
said, hey, I talked to A.I.M today, they were great, amazing
Hmm.
company,
Hmm.
that's going to make you become a client and spend your money with me?
I need more. I need more.
Exactly. Exactly. So the testimonials that I had, they had to be specific to show the person reading it
Hmm.
how we helped.
Right.
And those specific type of testimonials is what grew my business.
Hmm.
Still
Yeah.
working today.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people get scared of that. Like I know that you're supposed to give value and share and almost overshare, and people might be scared of that. So like, what do you have to say for those people or even your clients if they're worried about giving away too much information or giving away too much value?
This is my rule of thumb, right? I'll talk because it doesn't cost me much to talk. It's when I have to actually use my tools, use
Right.
my computer, use and do something where I'm now concerned with if you're paying. So, in the event that you have a business, and even if it's a product, you talk about it all day long. Provide as much value as you can about it or your service. Because all it does, it shows that you are the person, you are the expert, do know your business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would say, because there are certain types of business owners, such as like publicists and things, like your pitch is that's your service, right? So you're not going to give the entire idea away. But for someone like me, I will give you several ideas in a consultation call. I might not give you the best one that I know is going to be the game changer for your business. Yeah, I might make you pay for a strategy session for that.
Mm-hmm.
But something that could give you some immediate value, some immediate growth, and help you, I'll tell you a few of those things because I know that those are small things. I know that your company is not going to go to the extreme growth level from those few little things. It'll help you, but it's not gonna make the most difference as far as like now you're the ultimate gazillion. You know what I mean? So come back and then we'll build and connect then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes so much sense. It kind of makes me think also like you're just talking about how you're growing and stuff. And if you're giving away a little tidbit, they still have to implement it and they still have to actually use the information that you're giving just by, talking to them. So do you do a lot of implementation? And also with that, how do you manage all these different clients? Like, do you have workers for you? Do you freelance? Like, how does that work to actually implement these changes that these customers want? Oh no. Hmm. Um, do you hear me?
I do. I
Oh,
heard that.
okay.
It's great. It's choppy. It's very choppy. So
Yeah.
it was.
Oh no. Darn. Do you hear me okay now though?
Yeah, let's try again.
Okay. I was asking just about the growth that you're giving away these tidbits for people, but they also have to implement it to actually make it be of value, like what you're saying and what you're advising them. So with that, I'm curious, how has your team grown? Like, how do you manage to implement all these tasks that these brands want you to do?
Well, the implementation tasks are on them, not us. It's
Okay.
on them to do themselves. So we don't have to worry about it. And most of the things that we talk about in a consultation, once I tell you what that actual tip or thing to do is, if you are in working in your business consistently like you should be, you know right away that that particular tip is going to work, because I explain it to you why it works, how it works, why you should be doing this over what you would be doing normally without that.
Right. Yeah. So you're giving them the power as well to be like, this is what we think, and it's up to you to do that. So I do like that. How long have you been doing this? And also how has your team evolved since you started to now?
Well, the A.I.M agency has only been in effect since 2018, I think it was. 2018, but I actually started it in 2016. It just wasn't a brand that I was pushing heavily. I'm one of those people, because I'm in brands and I create ideas. Once I get a certain idea, if it feels like it's something I need to move on, I'll go make the logo, go and secure the social pages, the domain, and all that stuff. And then when it's time to, really move on it, then I do. So it was around before I actually started using it for quite a bit. The A.I.M agency is not just about us growing our business. We are about collaboration and partnership, and we really ultimately want to help other business owners grow. So, because that was our main thing, I wanted to create a business model for my own business that would ultimately help me grow while growing someone else's business. So, I didn't hire a specific staff that only works for me. I outsourced most of my business, things that I need to outsource, I outsourced to other business owners that I added into my network, whose businesses I trust and know could do the job. So I'm empowering those business owners by saying, hey, I have this client. This is what we need. Let's all come together. We create this team around this client. And now I'm managing the account for the client, but we have our outsourced team members that are doing all these different things simultaneously. And now I'm making money for my business, and I'm also providing a client and a sale to that person's business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how we work. We also got interns. So I did have interns, and for certain things, we hire interns that are looking to learn or grow the business that they have, and they may just need some mentoring for a certain thing in their business or what have you. So we do that as well, but that's on an as need basis. We don't keep interns like all year round because there's not a need for that.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That's so good. Because yeah, like if you're able to help others, and I feel like it all comes back around, like what goes around comes around. Has that been your experience with this model of connecting, like just collaborating with other businesses like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have, so we did some social media promotion. some, nowhere near what you would expect a company to do. I don't have to rely on that. We really are able to have a sustainable company based off our clients, their word of mouth, their marketing and promotion, and the work that we do. You know, when we post our work, we always get people that come back to us or say, oh, that's great, or I saw this here, I saw this there. The point that a billboard company reached out to us and gave us free billboards in multiple cities just based off the work that we do for other people. They they asked us, they said, hey, we want to help you, give you some billboards, blah, 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 blah. We said, okay, thanks. They gave us some billboards. It was in some cities that we weren't really heavily working in. No problem. I had over 100 people went to this company and say, hey, give them a billboard in the city that they work in. They deserve it. So the company reached back and said over 100 people asked us to give you a free billboard. So giving you one, we're going to give you two. And that kicked off our billboard campaigns being in different places.
Wow.
Thanks to that.
Wow.
So it's based upon the work that we do and the people that we work with, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's so powerful. And I think a lot of people, they get caught up, myself included, where you're kind of like the solo entrepreneur, you're trying to figure it out all on your own. So I think that's really a good message for people to know, like, that the collaboration and the networking can really open up so many potential doors for you. And
when I'm sorry.
Go on. It's just delayed.
No, yeah, I was just going to say, like, when you think about the solopreneur, right? I'm still pretty much kind of like a solopreneur too, mm-hmm. because these people don't work for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're their own entities. So, like, even if that's like what's comfortable for you as being a solo person, to have a team doesn't mean that they have to be internal. You can have an external team that supports you just as much, if not more. It just depends on how you organize that collaboration. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Has there been anything that you wish you knew sooner as far as these collaborations?
I would say just to collaborate, because I did a lot of stuff trying to do it all on my own. And I do know that a lot of the skills that I have them because I needed those things, and I didn't have enough money to pay for it at the time. So I learned how to do it myself or whatever. But I'm saying, like, really teaming up with people that really want the same thing and they're going to do their part, not people that want to team up with you and just to put their name on the project, but they don't want to do their part for the project. So had I known what I know now, I would have done this sooner back then. I would have started partnering and networking and collaborating, not with the people that are already around me, with people that are in other circles and groups that are different from my norm, because those have been the most beneficial partnerships and collaborations is with complete strangers who are not my friends, not in my normal events or surrounds.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's, some people might be scared to do that because it's out of their comfort zone. It's like, oh, different people. But like you said, I think it's really necessary for the growth. Makes me just wonder, how are you able to approach these potential partners? Like, how are you able to sell yourself and your service in such a way to make these people want to work with you and to ultimately, like, help you?
What I do, I don't know, I can't remember if we sent you my media kit or not, but if we did, you'll notice that I don't mention not one company name outside of my own companies on there. Okay. But I really do have a great and amazing extensive resume of companies that I've worked with. I purposely do not mention names. I don't name drop. I don't do anything other than say exactly what I want from the beginning. I go in, hello, how are you doing today? I'm Antoinette Logan. I saw you here and I want to do this with you. If they respond back something positive that lets me know they're interested, then we move forward. And then I'll talk about the business included, and we'll talk about benefits. That is what I want to give to you. Out something you're interested in or not. Simple. I don't great, but when you part some people come in, hey, sis, there, it's over. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, yeah. Oh, darn. Sounded like a good answer that you're giving.
Yeah. How about now?
Yeah. Good.
How about now? Oh.
Yeah.
How about now?
That's better.
We're good?
I think so.
Okay. Most people do the opposite of what I do. They'll start off a conversation with someone when they want something from someone by like using words that soften the person. You know, like, hey, hon, hi, beautiful, hi, sis, and all that good stuff. So I purposely don't do that when I am looking to connect with you. Don't want to use words to make you soften or anything like that, because if you do that, if they're a person that understands that people do that, then they're automatically gaining a feeling that you finna ask them something for, and it's probably gonna be not beneficial for them on that end. So I keep it straight to the point, and I'm very direct, and I just say what I gotta say, and they're either gonna go with it or not. I know that everyone that I'm supposed to connect with, I will. So if they not interested, they did me a favor by getting out the way so I can connect with the person I do need to connect with. I'm not worried about that stuff.
That's good, because in my own experience, I'm definitely that person. I'm like, oh, I don't really want to ask for help. Like, who am I? Why would they want to help me? So I think just really being more strong about that would definitely help.
Well, I'll tell you this. The first thing is, what I heard you say was, I need help, right? But the truth is, you're not needing help. You have something valuable to bring to that table. So it's not help. It's us working together, both providing value and receiving some. So you got to see yourself as bringing something to the table first, not as, I need help. You're not a damsel in distress. You have something to offer to this partnership. Now, it's a different story if you don't bring nothing to the partnership. Because if you're not bringing anything to the partnership, it sounds like you need to be their client and not their partner.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So that's going to make the difference. You got to change your mindset on that whole scenario. I guarantee you that once you see yourself as being an asset to this collaboration, as being valuable to this collaboration, what I have, this collaboration needs with me, and what you have, this collaboration needs from you. So once you see yourself as that, thing's going to change. You're going to talk different. You're going to walk in the room asking for that collaboration differently. It won't be that I need help. You're going to show up and say, Shelby is here, and I am coming to bring X, Y, and Z, and this is what I need from you. They're going to be excited to work with you, glad to work with you. You set the tone for that feeling, though.
Yeah.
So walk in the room, or walk in that, or not walk, but send that message through the DM or the inbox. I do it confidently because I know what I'm bringing to the table. I don't care if I was standing on the street living in a box. That don't take away from my skill. That don't take away from from the value that I bring to what I am great at doing. And that's for anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love that. Okay, yeah, that's amazing. We're gonna have to wrap up though, because you're still kind of cutting out. Can you tell us one final piece of advice you'd like to give all the listeners, and also where can people find you if they want to learn more about your business?
Be authentic with yourself and your brand. Show up exactly as who you are. Get to know all of you, because it starts with yourself first. So get to know you as a business owner and as a brand. Show up authentically that person, and everything that you're looking to do will fall into place just as you want it to. But you've got to know that first. It starts with you. I can be found at Miss Logan on all social media platforms, SKMSLOGAN. And I'm one of those people. Hop in my DMs. Say hi. Let me know how we connected, or where you heard me on the show and that you're interested in X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. We can talk. I'm open, and I'd love to connect with you all.
Perfect. Yeah, I hope people do, because this has been a really fun conversation, and I definitely learned a lot. I feel better. I know my value, and I know what I can bring to the table. So from me, I want to say thank you. And yeah, I hope people will definitely follow you. I'm going to go check you out right now as well. So we'll stay connected.
Yes, I love that. And I'm so glad that I could be of some assistance to making sure that you have tapped into your eye power, your eye perspective, because it's important.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It is. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate being on your platform, and it has been a lovely conversation.
Thank you.